Hello, are we live? Hi guys. Oh, this looks a lot better than on the other camera. So hi guys, welcome to another live vlog. So yeah, it's been a tough couple of days right now. Most of it's because of work. It's not. It's been really stressful, but I think I can manage to overcome it. Especially that it's going to be a holiday on Friday, and I get to watch Fantastic Beasts 2, The Crimes of Grindelwald. I think that's the name. Yeah. Okay, so what are we about going to talk about? Okay, so um, I just mentioned that it's been a tiring few days. It's because earlier this week I went to the Manila Civil Registry to take care on a couple of documents that I need to sort out in order for me to have my passport renewed. Yeah, it's been an ongoing saga since May, and I have been able to get a resolution for this. So let me talk about this brouhaha with my passport. Um, my passport have already expired for a couple of years now, and I want to have it renewed. Unfortunately, there were recent reforms on how passports are on how people can get their passports first and foremost. And so instead of the ones that we used to have before, these new passports are now basically electronic. They have this small GSM cards installed on each new passport that has been that are being issued since late last year. And so anyone who wants to have their passport renewed, or they're going to apply to have a passport for the first time, they have to make sure that they get all the requirements. And when I mean all the requirements, I mean all. For example, if you have your if they find any errors on any detail on your birth certificate, they will they will call you out and say you have to fix this. You have to fix this. And yeah, that's how I got to where I am now. So last May, I went to the Department of Foreign Affairs to have uh, my passport renewed. I took a leave from work that day, only to find out that oh yeah, I need to have this. I need to have the latest copy of my birth certificates. I went to get that birth certificate and returned the next day. And now the problem with the next day was that they saw that the details on my birth certificate were rather incomplete, or rather they were written incorrectly. My place of birth was listed not was listed as let me rephrase that. So basically, the hospital where my mother gave birth to me incorrectly wrote the my place of birth on my birth certificate. So instead of where I was born exactly, the address, blah blah blah, they wrote the name. They wrote the name of the hospital where I was born in under place of birth. So that's how I got to where I am today. And sorry. And things have been difficult ever since. So in order for me to have my birth certificate corrected, I need to get the certification from the village from where the hospital was located, because And the reason why I need to get that a certification is because the hospital has since closed down. So with a non-exist with a hospital that is no longer existing, I need to get a, a document that at least certifies that this place was in existence in this village in Manila, and and it is to certify this is to certify that I was born there, and I'm not the only one with that problem. My two older siblings also have an error on their written on their place of birth in their respective birth certificates. So I also have to take care of theirs as well. Yeah, and the reason that I'm the only one doing it is because I'm the first one to ever apply for the new set of passports that were released by the government. So it's been a learning stage for me ever since. Okay, so Monday, fast forward to Monday on November 26th. So I went there I was there at around 9 a.m. and there were and there's a step-by-step process that I had to follow in order to get things started with the correction process. There are at least five steps. One was the first step is the information center where I'm gonna get all the information I need to do what I need to do, and then the second was knowing submitting some forms and then getting a receipt for which I have to make my due payments on step 3. And then from step 3, all my documents that I have paid for, I'm going to have it submitted to step 4 for verification. And once they verify my records, I then move on to step 5 to wait for the release of my requested documents. And that's where I had a problem with the entire process itself. Of course, I'm not the only one who go there for such similar purposes. There's a lot of people who were at the registry that day, mothers with their children, parents, grandparents, senior citizens, etc. And it was pretty chaotic because we don't know what exactly each step was for. And yeah, from step 5, I was told that I need to get a number from back in step 1 to in order to have an interview on to a room, basically step 6, but they don't call it step 6. Yeah, I know it's been pretty confusing. I'm confused as well. Yeah, so uh, so the next day I took I took half a day from work to get get this stuff together. And yeah, so I went there as early as 8 or 7, around 7. I got a queue number from step 1. The problem was that there was a man who was manning the booth on step 1 who told me, no, you don't have it. You don't have complete documents. You have to make sure that you have the complete documents before I can get you a number for your interview, for your pre-interview. But I thought I have all my documents with me. I actually told him that I have this, I have that, everything that was listed on the piece of paper that he gave me from the day before. And apparently he got annoyed that I kept talking, so he gave me a number anyway. So yay! And so the hardest part was the waiting because I was there at 8, and there is a lot of people actually who were waiting in line in front of me. There was a place for us to sit on, and we just have to move to another chair to whenever the line moves forward. And how do I say this? There were so my number was 37, so I was 37 in line. So there were 36 other people in front of me. You could imagine that since it was only barely half 100 people lined up, and then very ha- have barely 40 people who were lined up that day in front of me. That at least it won't be such a long wait before you end up being at the desk of someone you want to talk to from the civil registry. But no, have I waited around 3 hours, 3 freaking hours, just before I could have my turn. Because yeah, for whatever reason, it took us at least 10 to 20 minutes per person. Oh no. Let me rephrase that. About 30 minutes at least, at the very least, to have at least two people get interviewed before letting someone else in. And it's been frustrating because I got a look at the office where they hold their interviews, and there was one guy, and there was another, and then her coworker, a lady, were doing the pre-interviews which was my first for that day, and then there were two other people for apparently for the final phase of the interview. Yeah, so I'm not gonna get through much of the details, but basically there were times that it was only just one person on one of that two booths to make two sides of the booths inside the office. So the transactions took a lot longer than it should, and by the time I got to have my turn, it was already slightly past 12:30. And once it was my turn, so I saved my documents, my birth certificate, all the copies that I had to have, including those of my older siblings. And yeah, when the lady at the counter inspected all my submissions, she pointed out that I think I may have to come back for another go, because apparently not only did we all share the same error in how on what was written under our birth certificate's place of birth, but there was one had an issue with having my mom's name miswritten, and then there's another issue where the name of the province was written. The name under province was written as Philippines, the name of the country, not the province, and we were born not in the province. And so there was a lot of corrections that actually needed to be done, and I was like, no, why? When will this agony ever end? And this is all for the purpose of getting my passport renewed, which is gonna take a whole lot longer than originally anticipated. And the worst part is that if I get this done, at least for the next 30 days, I have to wait 4 months for everything to be processed before they could furnish me a newly revised version of my birth certificate. So, I don't know anything anymore. So I'm probably gonna have me do a proper video about this, but I'm telling you now that you have to make sure if you're ever from the Philippines and you thought of applying for a passport, or you're probably trying to furnish or have things corrected on your birth certificate, like in my case, you just have to make sure that there's less issues with it as much as possible, because it's gonna take a whole lot of effort to get this done. In my case, I have to submit a couple of more documents for verification. Verification. Yeah. So that's it for me for now. I'm just trying out this new camera from my for to see if it's actually better than the other one that I used to utilize for some of my older videos whenever I do live sessions. I think this is alright because get my light, it's brighter, yeah. So thank you guys for watching. This has been James and hasta luego.